Where do you see the housing market heading? I think the housing market's in good shape, right? We're still really undersupplied in housing. It's been a long time ago now, but I served on the Cincinnati Home Builders Board at one point, and those guys were just afraid of their shadows to build. And now you really have that not in my backyard, the NIMBY mentality in building new developments. I know in my town it's impossible. There's land that can be built on, and it's impossible to, if you try to build something, try to set up a development, people are going to go up in arms and go to town hall and block it. So we're really still undersupplied for housing, and there really just isn't any sign that that's starting to improve. So there shouldn't be a collapse in housing because we're undersupplied. From a price appreciation standpoint, we should probably see slower appreciation. Really, housing should only appreciate 2 to 3% per year as a long term, generally inflationary growth. Any period that is above that is an abnormal period, but we should still see low single digit housing growth, which it's a levered asset, right? So you're going to borrow money. And so your return on equity is actually going to be significantly higher, probably in the low teens. So you can still get a good return there. But demographics are starting to slow for first time home buyers. We're well through the millennial hump, starting to come down to the other side of that. When I ran real estate funds, I remember, God, that was 2010, getting really big into student housing. So I went really big on student housing because the millennials were coming into college years and there needed to be a lot of building there. Then I sold the student housing and I went into apartments and then held those for a few years as that generation started to go into apartments. And then as they eventually started going to housing, as they started getting childbearing ages, really focused on housing plays, which home builders aren't the best way to play that, but mortgage insurers and Home Depot are better ways to play that than most of the builders. But now we're kind of at that tail end where we're already past the hump of demographics. So I think the rate of appreciation definitely should slow, but I also don't see a lot of downside either.